Protesting in the streets is one way to go about it. But you know what is just as effective, if not more? Having a one-on-one conversation about the climate crisis with cranky conspiracist Uncle Morris. Of course, it takes more guts and a whole lot more patience. I mean, do you think I really want to be that person? You know, the one that brings up the climate crisis at Thanksgiving, the neighborhood cookout, or dinner with friends? No one wants to be the one to take the conversation from what's going on with Kanye West's latest antics.
I have decided in 2020 to run for president.
Or the crazy overtime Cowboys game. To, you know, the greatest real-life threat humanity has ever faced. But here I am. The alternative isn't much better, though, because if you're not talking about the climate crisis, then you're that person, oblivious as the world is on fire. One of the very best ways to address climate change is to talk about it. 7 in 10 Americans believe climate change is happening. And 6 in 10 are worried about it. Yet 2/3 of Americans rarely, if ever, talk about climate change with people they care about. Research has shown that there are typically 4 reasons people don't want to talk about it. We don't think we know enough. We don't want to talk about scary things. We don't think we can make a difference. And we don't want to start an argument. I think there's a 5th unofficial one. We don't want to be that person. Looking back, I don't think I've ever really had a conversation with someone about the climate crisis that I didn't begin. And I don't think I ever really began a conversation until my 40s, even though I'd thought about it a lot over the years. There's also the fact that I'm prone to get a shaky voice when I talk publicly or discuss things that matter. All the women in my family have what my grandmother called the gift of weeping, me included. It's a great release for empaths. It's not so great for trying to actually speak about something important without being a sniffling, snorting mess. The collective silence around the climate crisis can make us feel like we're alone in our concern. Studies have shown that half of us feel like the situation is hopeless and don't know where to start or how to help. Our silence can keep us from realizing that we're not that person. We're those people. There are many of us. The more people hear and engage in conversations around it, the more socially validated those conversations become. You see, you're not alone. It becomes easier for others to talk about it. You start to think maybe you can do something. That's a big deal. Most of us know that facts don't really change minds. Relationships, family and friends do that. I'm definitely that person in my own family. My nieces and nephews tease me endlessly. But you know what? My sweet mom very proudly recycles like a beast now. And Mayor is known to call me from an away game to report the items he's bringing home in his suitcase to recycle.
Hey babe, it's me. I'm just checking in. We're at the hotel. We leave to the game in an hour. Whoa. You would really freak out about how wasteful this hotel is. There's like no recycling anywhere. But you'd be proud of me though, because I filled my suitcase with all the things to bring home, recycle, so that it's got to earn me a few points, right? I'll see you after the game. I love you very much. Bye.
Hey, it's something.
Legend, Coach Tomey. Here we go.
My late stepfather was a football coach, well known for a lot of his sayings. Football isn't complicated, people are complicated. The tougher it gets, the harder we play. What you do speaks so loudly that I can't hear what you say. I think about him and his sayings a lot, but it's really the last one that I think about most in this context. You can have that conversation with Uncle Morris. You can also refuse plastic bags so many times when you're out shopping with him that he finally notices and asks why you're acting so damn crazy. Now you have an opening to speak up. My point is, one hugely important thing we can do is talk about the climate crisis. And there's also huge value in speaking through actions. To me, that's even more important. But that's for tomorrow, so I won't spoil it. For today, I'll just end by saying that I've grown more comfortable with being that person. You should try it. Speaking up is one of the most important things we can do.